Hey guys, I'm Rebecca West, the editor-in-chief of the Tiger newspaper, and I'm here with...
Banner Brock. Hey y'all, my name is Banner Brock. I'm a junior economics and political science double major.
All right, so we're going to start on the questions. So, Banner, can you come up with a Tinder bio for me?
Okay, I'm Rebecca West. I am a junior, and I'm studying communications, and I work with Tiger Media. So basically, I can take whatever you give me and make it sound way better than it actually is.
All right. Now, would you rather rewatch the 2016 or the 2018 national championship game?
Feels like a trick question. I would go with 2016 for two reasons. One of which I was actually at the 2018 game, which was sort of a dream come true. The second reason, in 2016, we go down by a score of 10-0 to Alabama, 14-0 rather. We're losing, all hope seems lost, and I realized I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore for the Pittsburgh game earlier that year where we lost. I ran to the other room, chucked the shirt off, found any other orange shirt I could put on, and we scored 30 seconds later, and the rest is history. So for that reason, especially with the orange crush play at the very end, I don't feel like you can really top that one. Though I will have to say, seeing it in person in 2018 was quite a special experience.
Well, can't deny those reasons.
It was awesome.
What has been your best Clemson moment?
I feel like we sort of just talked about it. In 2018, I got to go to Santa Clara, get to go to the game. The entire day sort of felt like a dream come true. I ate free Taco Bell with the director of marketing for Taco Bell. I got to watch Keith Urban from about 5 feet away. I was on College game day, and we beat Alabama by 4 touchdowns. So I'm not sure what else I could ask for.
That's amazing. All right, and now we're going to try our first wing. This is from Backstreet's. It's the pimp sauce.
Awesome. Looks incredible.
There we go.
Just worked out and haven't eaten dinner, so this is wonderful.
Hey, perfect. All right, let's go. Not bad.
Banner approves.
All right. So, your video on Instagram shows you and Jade flying in a plane. How did you make that happen? What was it like?
Great question. So one thing Jade and I are really passionate about here is supporting a lot of our clubs on campus, particularly our club sports in all varieties. A lot of them in the organizational policy that came out in the fall really didn't get the respect and the attention they needed from the university. So we reached out to a lot of different clubs, and we've been reaching out to a lot of different clubs to say, hey, we're here to support you. And as part of that, we want to come meet you, talk to you, and participate in your clubs. So we talked to the Clemson Flying Club. My friend Cameron Rylance is a pilot. Said, hey, I can take you up for a little bit, get some shots of the valley, get some shots of the Blue Ridge Mountains. So we got in this plane, flew up. He did some crazy spiral patterns right over Death Valley, and we got to get a lot of really cool shots with Jade and I, sort of looking out over campus and seeing everything that is the Blue Ridge and the greatness that is Clemson University.
That is so cool. All right, and what's a song you can't get out of your head?
So for one of our videos, we used the song Brand New by Ben Rector. And in making the video and tweaking it, editing it, I probably listened to the song thousands of times. Ben Rector is one of my favorite artists, so I got to listen to the song again and again and again, and the song's been in my head ever since then.
You're not sick of it yet, though?
Honestly, not yet, because it sort of sounds brand new every time I hear it. But I'm hoping at some point Ben Rector will come endorse us, and maybe we'll get to keep listening to it.
Yes. All right. Would you rather eat wings with Deshaun Watson or Dabo Swinney?
That feels like an unfair question. If I would have to choose between one of the two, I'd probably say Dabo. I feel like Dabo would just sort of have something to say for every... I feel like he doesn't ever stop talking, so I'm sure he probably has something to say for every single bite or every wing. Deshaun will forever be the GOAT. However, I feel like he's probably a little more reserved over wings. He'd probably just plow through them all.
All right, and that brings us to wing number 2. This is the mild sauce, so we'll give that a try. All right, here you go.
All from Backstreets?
All from Backstreets.
That's how I like it.
Bit more of a kick. All right.
Much more of a kick. Sometimes we need that in life, though.
We really do. All right, can you give me a quote from your favorite movie?
I would say life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from Forrest Gump. I love the movie Forrest Gump and the way that it encapsulates sort of the historical moment and sort of the setting of the United States history, as well as just an unbelievable character and who Forrest Gump is. And I think that line is just really encouraging, actually, in lots of moments of life, because it's so fun and easy and yet has such a deep meaning to it that you just gotta sort of keep rolling with the punches and keep enjoying whatever life brings.
Awesome, beautiful. And what is a petty curse you wish you could put upon your enemies?
Petty curse, man, I don't really wish anything bad upon, I don't even know who my enemies are. Probably that they would have to, they get logged out of their Instagram and have to start a new Instagram feed. I feel like that's one of the more annoying things you'd have to do, would be to go on and have to refollow all of your friends and get back up to that follower ratio.
All right, truly evil. Now, can you give me an overview of your campaign in 5 words or under?
Your voice, our Clemson. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, feel free.
So our slogan for this year, Jade and I were talking about it in the fall, and we landed on your voice, our Clemson, as a way of saying we wanted to represent the individuality and the many different students here at Clemson and making sure we were actually listening to their voice. My uncle Bill Brock was the former chairman of the Republican National Committee and a U.S. Senator, and I was talking to him about all of these things. He said, well, son, you're a listener, not a preacher. So go listen to the people, hear what they have to say, take all of their input and combine it and sort of figuring out the best ways to get the best things done. And I can certainly say my time in student government, I've gotten a lot of really cool things done, but they haven't all been my ideas. So we want to hear your voice, but then combining it into that one Clemson family, because our strength is really found in our unity and our numbers, and that diversity without the unity of the Clemson family doesn't quite have such a strong effect.
Okay, I see. Very cool. And now we're going to go to wing number 3. This is the dank teriyaki sauce.
I'm a fan already.
Yeah, it's very dank, I've heard. Okay, there we go.
Can't say I've experienced the dankness, but here we go. Cheers.
Woo.
Dank.
Very dank. All right,
Wow.
Speaking of dank, can you give me your favorite meme?
Wow. What a question. I feel like it's just got to be the classic Kermit the Frog sipping the tea. I feel like that one's timeless, and in fact, I think it's probably grown in popularity. I feel like it sort of had like a rise, sort of a denouement, and then it sort of rose back to popularity almost.
I feel that. All right. And now, what's something that makes you stand out from the other presidential candidates?
Great question. So Jay and I like to sort of say there's 2 big differences between us and what we think are some of our friends and the presidential candidates. The first of which just being that we have 3 years of really great experience working with administrators. So Jay and I are both chairs on Student Senate, which means we've worked with and have direct relations with the head of parking, the head of the libraries, campus recreation, athletics, housing, dining, President Clemenson's executive leadership team, the dean of students. All of these are friends of ours. Some of them follow us on Instagram, many of which we see and talk to on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. We think a distinct advantage we have is that we're going to be proactive in working with these faculty that we developed relationships with rather than reactive. So when the student organization policy came out in the fall, the student government was reactive and even still barely so. What we would like to do is be more proactive, knowing this is going to happen, working with student leaders, and pulling all the student leaders together. So that leads me to a second big difference about Jade and I, is we bring together a very diverse and very thorough representation of the Clemson family. So Jade and I carry very different interests, very different weights and friend groups, but at the same time, through all of my experiences and all of her experience, we think we represent an incredible diversity of the Clemson family. So when something like this organization policy would happen, we can immediately reach out to all of the student leaders of all the student organizations, bring them in, get their input, give them our ideas, and find the best solution to work forward from there.
Yeah, okay.
Great question.
Yeah, all right. Now, what's the hardest Clemson class you've ever taken?
The hardest Clemson class. The hardest class. I had a class about European integration, and so we were trying to figure out how in the heck the Europeans do their politics and trying to decide how they were to move forward in such a way the European Union wouldn't disintegrate right around the time that Brexit occurred. And clearly we didn't come up with any major solutions because it's still disintegrating to this day, but very challenging course and really intriguing, pretty thought heavy, and I really enjoyed it.
All right, cool. Gotta be honest, when you said European integration, I was like, integrals, math, calculus, but no. All right.
I stay away from the math courses. If I had taken a single multivariable calculus course here, that would certainly be the most difficult class. But.
All right. All right, now that's wing number 4. This is gonna be honey sriracha.
Now we're talking.
Okay. Let's go.
Thank you.
You can definitely taste the honey.
That one might be my favorite.
I don't know, I'm partial to the dank. All right, now.
I lost my microphone, sorry.
You good? All right.
I really don't know how that happened. Let me see if I can get it reattached real quick. Okay, I think it's back on.
Okay, it's back on?
Sorry about that. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're fine. All right. Now, would you rather eat only buffalo chicken wraps or 55 exchange for the rest of your life?
Wow. For 2 reasons, I would have to say the buffalo chicken wraps. One, simply being nutritional. I think 55 exchange would leave me to die of a heart attack within about a week of eating it. Secondly, my dad actually founded and owned and ran his own ice cream shop when I was little. So I think for about the first 15 and a half years of my life, I ate tons and tons of ice cream, which means I've probably had a lifetime supply of ice cream, and I'm also pretty partial to it because it was really good ice cream, so I have quite high standards when it comes to this good ice cream. But I don't know if you can beat any type of Tiger Grill buffalo chicken wrap.
I haven't had that, but it sounds delicious.
Really good.
All right. And can you give me your best impersonation of Jade?
Best impersonation of Jade. Okay. This is going to be terrible. I'm not going to do her justice because she's so much cooler than I am. Banner, I just have like all these really, really cool things I want to do for the university. I just want to make it so much better and work with so many different people to make Clemson the very best place that it could possibly be in the whole world. And I don't even really care about the election or the campaign. I just want to go out and do all these really, really cool things.
Beautiful.
That's probably Jade in a nutshell. She is fantastic and always has so much passion, so much energy, and we talk about 1,000,000 miles an hour when we're together.
All right. Well, you deserve an Oscar, definitely. Okay.
I wouldn't give myself quite that laureate, but thank you.
And now we're on our last wing.
Wow.
This is just hot. So, you know. Okay. There we go.
Gotta dive right in. Okay.
Let's try it.
And the force be with you.
And also with you.
It is indeed hot.
Okay. Now our last question. Why do you want... Sorry, I'll wait until you finish drinking.
You're good.
All right. Why do you want to be the new student body president?
It's a great question. So Jade and I got together in the fall, and we're talking about running and something we had sort of pondered for the last 2.5 years of being on Senate together. And we sort of talked through, okay, what are your goals for Clemson? And we both agreed we wanted what was very best for Clemson University. We love this university and wanted to give back. And after talking through it a while, we realized that for some of the reasons I said earlier about some of our experience, our relationships, our commitment to making Clemson the best it can be, as well as some of the different tools and unique sets of gifts that we bring to the table and working with administrators, that we were actually what was best for Clemson. So we decided to run together and make Clemson a better home for everyone by trying to represent as many different students as possible and making sure that the student government acted more as a very active bridge between students and other students, So if there were group synergies between two clubs, we could help connect them to each other. And when the students need something from administrators, we could help connect the two. Because we had the unique viewpoint of having represented both. Of having been a student and knowing exactly what students want, but having worked so much with the administrative side, we know exactly how administrators view situations that we can make sure that students curtail some of their preferences to make sure it meets the administration's realistic expectations. So at the end of the day, we really just wanted to make Clemson the very best it can be, and no matter what happens in the election, we really hope to make that happen for everyone.
All right, awesome. Well, and can you tell where they can find you, like social media handles?
Absolutely. So Banner and Jade 2019, all different platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Very active on Instagram. We just had a cool giveaway. We were giving away an Artavis Scott jersey and some free cupcakes. And then our website, bannerjade2019.com. Pretty comprehensive layout of a lot of the different things we're going to do, as well as a little bit more information on Jade and I and some of our team.
All right, cool. And that's it for now. Again, I'm Rebecca West with the Tiger and Tiger Vision. Primary elections are on February 27th. General elections are on March 6th. And don't forget to vote online.
Go vote. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rebecca.